Hello and what is going on, guys? Tomcat here and welcome to a Ford Crown Vic drift build. And this is going to be a little bit different. We've done a little bit with this car in terms of getting a police design on it and stuff like that. And we used it in some of our police videos. But I haven't done a dedicated drift build of it. And I think that that's a... That's something that needs to be explored with this car. Like, I feel like if you don't make a fully built, drift Crown Vic, then you're not really using it. I don't know. I feel like it's kind of one of those cars that you have to do something crazy with, in order for you to be really, really getting the most out of it. And engine-wise, I mean, we have a few different options that we could swap in. I'm actually going to swap the... probably the 5.8. Wait a minute. That, I think, if I'm not mistaken, that's a GT500 engine, and we're going to swap the supercharger out for twin turbos and then make this thing stupid. Like, so crazy. Just stupid. But we are leaving the... Oh, God. We are leaving the steel wheels on the car. And that could be... That could pay off, or it could be a horrible mistake. We'll see. But front-end-wise, we could do... Yes. Let's see. Should this be a, Should it be an undercover car, or should it be, a proper car with lights and everything like that? I'm actually kind of feeling sort of like undercover... ish, not undercover, unmarked police drift car. For whatever reason, I think it would be hilarious. So we'll get all of the race parts in it, and this thing, honestly, we're already at, oh god, almost 900. That's crazy. And we haven't even touched the turbos yet. Okay, so turbo, intercooler, all things done and all in, we're at 1,041. So it's a pretty damn good number. Pretty damn respectable, too. And I'm going to go ahead and install it. And I'm thinking that I think, even though it's an undercover car, it can still get a Send It sticker. But before we do that, oh, crap. Forgot the drivetrain. That's apparently, that's something that I guess I do sometimes. I guess I forget that sometimes. I don't mean to forget it, but there. Install setup. Install, please. Thank you. And then we could tune our gearing, and we can get rid of that awful 4-speed. God, can you imagine trying to, properly drift this thing with that 4-speed? It would be terrible. 410, please. It's gonna be so stupid on wheel spin, just constant wheel spin is what this car is gonna be. Constant wheel spin. I'm not even gonna do much of a setup on it. I'm just gonna put the diff all the way up. I put the diff all the way up, messed with the gears, and I'm gonna honestly be super relaxed on the setup. The setup doesn't need to be anything wild. It can just be... Okay, all it wants to do is spin. I mean, that was the goal, but that seems like we've accomplished said goal so far. Oh, boy. Okay. So, first impressions. It's silly. It's really silly. Let's see if it's effective. Oh, God. Hey, I'll tell you something. It's not terrible. It's really not terrible. First time out. Well, 110,000 through there. First time out. That is, for first time out in a car, that's pretty damn good. At least for me. We start to run into a little bit of resistance in 5th gear. That's when the crazy wheel spin kind of stops. But it's not a bad thing. In fact, right when we run into that little bit of resistance from the tire grip, it actually keeps the car super balanced. I'm going to relate this in a way to the 240 because the wheelbase is kind of like it's helping. The wheelbase is helping this car be very like smooth and kind of react in a soft kind of way, just like that 240 did. And I know that there's probably going to be a lot of people that are like, why are you relating a Crown Vic to a 240? Like, why are you doing this? That's dumb. But to be fair, it actually does kind of work. It does kind of work, and the relationship between like how those two cars drive is a lot closer than you might imagine. I mean, build the 240 that I built, and then build this, and feel how similar they are. I mean, obviously they are going to feel different in some respects, obviously, but man, they actually do properly feel somewhat similar. Oh wow, 6th gear is super close. I was kind of hesitant to shift to 6th there, but it actually worked really well. I haven't even touched the gear ratios apart from the final drive, and I'm very impressed at how tight the ratios are just as they come in the race gearbox. Very easy to swing the back end around. Very easy to get a rhythm going, too. Oh, yeah, very easy. Oh, no. Oh, boy. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. That was close enough to be, oh, that could have been a combo ender right there. I really like the setup on this car, though. Like, it's so, oh, no. Oh, wow. Okay, I forgot for a second that I was in a speed zone. That is, oh, that is sketchy. Whenever that, like, crap like that happens and you think you're actually going to, like, hit something, oh, my God, that gets to you. It's very good, though. It doesn't quite like to stay at big angle for very long. It'll stay there. It just won't stay there for an extended period of time, which isn't a bad thing. It's just more like one of those things that it's like, okay, this is a personality characteristic of the car, and you just kind of have to live with it. You can dial it out a little bit in tuning, I'm sure, but, you know, that would be like if you're spending a lot of time on the tune. On the way back down the hill, this will give us an idea of how it responds to a little bit more like, you know, actual gravity. Aimed for the inside there. Kind of still went a little bit wide. It definitely behaves somewhat like a boat. It's definitely more boat-like than the 240. Ooh, that was, oh my God. Oh, we hit the first tree and it didn't take anything away, and then we backed into the second tree, and that was that. But that's usually the corner where if you go for max angle and you exceed it, that's usually the corner where that's going to happen. No matter, I mean, we'll drift all the way back down to the bottom of the hill, and I have, like, one more section I want to hit, but that kind of, you know, that kind of destroyed that combo. I was really looking forward to banking that combo, but it's all good. It's still a great car. And with heading down the mountain, well, not really even the mountain, but, like, heading kind of, like, you know, down the hill, working with gravity, it does really well, especially with gravity on its side. But then again, it is a big, heavy boat of a car, so you can imagine why having gravity on your side would help. Oh, God. I do think that it's kind of like, it is kind of fun because not a lot of people, it's funny because, like, you know, some people have these and some people don't, and it's weird because, like, even though it's a wheel spin car, it's considered a quote-unquote common car. And yet, there's a lot of people that don't have these yet. And I think it's just kind of one of those, like, it's one of those wheel spin luck things that, you know, if you end up with one, you end up with one. I was lucky enough to end up with one really early on, and I didn't really think too much about it. And then I started realizing, wait a minute, not a lot of people have these. And then I was like, whoa, that's kind of rare, even though the game considers it a quote-unquote common car. Because it is common in real life. It's just not, you know, as common in the game as the game would lead you to believe. Oh, going wide, wow. Grab the sidewalk on that one. Oh. There's no getting away from the fact that it's a big car. It's a really big car. It's big enough that you look at it and you go, okay, yeah, this thing is very, 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 very big. and I need to be, it's not like limo huge, but it's definitely big to the point where you have to start treating it like a big car. You know what I mean? You have to start treating it like a big car. You have to start treating it like something that needs a little bit of extra respect, put it that way. Go, 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 go! There she goes. Easy. Wow, easy, easy. Like, when it starts to grip back up in 6th, yeah, I mean, it's not exactly, like, it's not exactly going to rip your face off in 6th, but it doesn't need to be fun. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, we narrowly missed that one. Little bit of a burnout to turn around. Like, see, yeah, if you let the RPMs drop too low, and I think that's a characteristic, too, of this engine, is that it is a high revving V8, and if you let the boost, not the boost, sorry, the power band drop too low, if you let the revs drop too low, your power will fall off, too. It is really fun, though, like, skidding around in a unmarked Crown Vic. It really is. And if you want to, there's a whole, like, massive catalog of police designs in the storefront that you guys can be able to use, like, from the community. Like, pretty much any police car you could imagine, the design has been made for this car. I mean, I went on there a while back and I saw, like, Tennessee Highway Patrol, North Carolina Highway Patrol, NYPD, LAPD, like, all of these police designs, like, all over the place. And I'm sure people have made more since then. But, yeah, no, I mean, like, this thing actually, it's a lot more, like, when it comes to drifting, if you put the right setup on it, it's actually a lot more than just a comedy car. It's actually really good. So, if you guys enjoyed this video and this build, make sure you leave me a like. Tell me in the comments below what you guys thought of it. And if you're new to the channel, please do subscribe for new videos every single day. And I'll see y'all next time. Talk to you guys later.